Do you remember when you could buy a house, or maybe you stayed in a home or been in a home or house that could withstand the test of time? Or how about this? Do you remember flying when it felt like it was a luxury? Well, those days are long gone. Recently, I've been staying in a home here in Colorado that is 100 years old. It's not the only home in this area, and it's beautiful. This whole area is gorgeous. There's homes that are proudly displaying on the front of their home a plaque that says circa 1905. These homes in this area are gorgeous. And it really got me thinking. I have sold tons of homes throughout my years, many of them happily new builds, because newly built homes are great. Everything's new. New water, new electric, new plumbing, everything's new. Well, I beg you, I dare you to name one builder today that their home will be standing 100 years from now. Now, a lot of these homes have been updated. Yeah, I get it. Like, lead pipes, have to be replaced because 100 years ago, they didn't realize, lead in our water is not good or whatever, or they just didn't have the technology to discover that. Or, some other things have to be improved, electric, everything. I get that. But the home, the shell itself, has withstood the test of time. And nowadays, I feel like you pay more for something it's just normal to only last so long. Do you remember flying? For those of you who like to travel or fly, I remember my teens and also my 20s that when you could smoke on a plane. That's super funny. It was a tube. I'm like, oh, geez. But that has nothing to do with this. But do you remember you would get a meal? I do. I remember whatever class. I mean, if you're in first class, which I couldn't afford back then, wow. But even coach, you still got a meal if it was over, I think, like 2 hours. Free checked bags, and the service was amazing. Now, you're lucky you get a little bag of those Sun chips, which I think there's like 5 chips in it. And I noticed about 20% of the time when I fly, they're not even offering that. My favorite is when the captain will say over the loudspeaker, due to upcoming turbulence, we, for the safety of our stewardesses, we will not be serving anything. And I'll be flying, and I'm like, I didn't feel any turbulence. Like, did you? You see the stewardess is still walking up and down the aisles. I'm like, really? You can't just throw a bag of peanuts at me? No. They're even like getting away with that. And you're still paying like $600 a ticket. I flew from Pennsylvania to Colorado, $600. I didn't get anything on either trip. I might have got offered something to drink, like water or soda or something, but no food. Years ago, you got the whole shebang. I was talking to someone younger, I can't remember if it was my daughter or somebody, and I was saying that, and they could hardly believe it. I'm like, no, it's true. They used to serve you meals. How about appliances? Years ago, when I was in my teens and stuff, I remember my parents would buy an appliance, and if we didn't move, that appliance lasted as long as we stayed there. And I bet it continued on. And I remember they would buy a home and it came with great, solid, durable appliances. The only thing that would change is maybe the colors. Remember they had that avocado green kitchen phase way back then. But other than that, like those appliances were built to last. Today, I believe they're built in mind to become obsolete so that we are constantly having to repurchase appliances after appliances. And, maybe you're lucky you get a year warranty or something on them. But other than that, it's just expected that they're going to fail in a few years. That's just crazy. Furniture quality over the years has definitely changed. You may go into an old antique shop or a thrift store and you'll see some quality furniture. I mean, this stuff is so heavy you can't even move it, but it's quality and it's still lasting the test of time. Now, it might not be updated into modern terms, but you you want to deck out your older home or even your new home with some vintage furniture, I'm going to tell you, that stuff's going to last. And it's built and it was quality. Today, I feel like a lot of the furniture I know is particle board. You can, like, if you accidentally, hit something on a corner, you see the crumbles come out of it. You're like, what the heck is this crap, man? You gotta be careful putting your dresser drawers in that they don't just fall apart and just disintegrates before your eyes. So furniture quality has definitely changed. What is something in your past you remember that used to be really good or was included in the service that has now gone away? I'd love to hear about it. Food quality and portion sizes. I know food quality over the years has definitely decreased. A lot of it is more pre-made or processed in your restaurants. And I get it. They have to make a living. Well, we're already paying their service staff because here in the United States, it's customary to leave like a 20% or more tip because we all know their employer, the billionaire, trillionaire employer, is only paying them $1 or $2 an hour, whatever wait staff's minimum wages. And at halftime, they have to share their tips with the busboys and the cooks. So you really feel obligated to pay their wages. So I don't get why the food quality has to be so bad. Now, the portion sizes are bigger. I get that, but it's more junk and crap and processed. And I really have a hard time sometimes finding a place to eat out without being unsatisfied. I would love to find restaurants days gone by where the service was great, especially if I'm expected to tip 20%, and the quality is healthy and fresh. Software and digital products. Years ago, software, you would purchase it once and it was yours. You owned it. I still remember the sticker shock the first time I went to go, I think, purchase Microsoft Office again after I had owned it. And then I'm like, I got a new computer or something happened. And I'm like, I'll just go order another one. And it was a subscription then. They wanted me to keep paying ongoing forever and ever. And there's other software like that too. Long gone are the days that you can just pay for it once and it's yours. No, they want to keep milking you and promise updates and not. And so now you're like, man, do I really want this? Like, get all the contracts sometimes hard. I do search for the ones that, like, one and done. I can just own it. Or I suppose if the fee is small enough and they do provide updates, fine, I'll do like a yearly subscription or something, because you just got to do it, right? But I remember before you could just purchase it, they do updates. It was great. Clothing. Growing up, clothing lasted forever. It was so durable. I used to actually get my brother's hand-me-downs because my mom, I don't know why, I was okay with it though. My mom, it was like maybe a pair of jeans or something could go. I don't know. I just remember wearing some of his shirts and jeans, not all, but some. And it was just so durable, probably because my mom's like, I don't want to throw them out or, maybe to donate. I don't know. I don't feel like they had a lot of thrift stores back then where you could donate to charities as much. But either way, I remember also just purchasing stuff, and this stuff would last forever. Now I get something and I literally see it falling apart before my eyes or fading. I'm afraid to wash it too much because I really like it. I'm like, one more wash, I know this black shirt's gonna be gray. Thank goodness with my minimal lifestyle, my t-shirts and yoga pants I love to wear are fairly easy to replace, and they do seem to last quite a while. But clothing years ago, oh my gosh, it would last forever, especially like jackets and stuff. And I found a lot of them, if you just bought the nice plain ones, they would stay in style year after year as well. Not anymore. I think that's why these vintage shops do so well. I love going in there and just picking up something because it's just so reminiscent of how things used to be. Now, I do love living in the present, but man, I sure do miss saving money and making my dollar stretch so much longer in the past. So my solution and tips I can come up with is I do like to buy products with a warranty. It's already included, or, of course, reviews. I love to check the reviews on if it's a product or an appliance or something like that. I also like to buy for manufacturers with traditional values where probably the reviews and the quality helps. And I also love supporting small businesses. They usually do quality over quantity oftentimes anyways, and you get that local support. Okay, rant over. Thanks for watching. See you next time.